just a few days ago.
They will choose map. They will choose map.
Towers of Doom, game number 3.
And one of their most common map picks as of late, because it normally goes to the later stages of the game where Miracle excels. They've had their weak points in the early game, which is the opposite of 2017 Miracle. It's always good to see kind of a flip in the sort of cycle here of a team's lifetime, excuse me. First pick to Supernova, though. They will be the ones who decide if Diablo is open or not. If they want to grab the Deckard first again, which Deckard has been such a high-impact hero throughout these past few weeks in Part 2. Malfurion was the first pick hero for forever this year, but I feel like Malfurion then was picked because he was so good with everything. Deckard is good with everything, but he's just so impactful. It's crazy what he can do.
Plus better numbers, plus armor on himself the entire team fight, basically.
Yes.
Leeming first man. Not too surprising. I think they want to throw it off because they want to have the Haka and maybe as Deckard as well.
Oh man, they're leaving everything open. I think they want Maev. You cannot give Sniper Maev in this case. Okay, it's banned though. So basically, Miracle looks like they might want to run Diablo again. Deckard does get first pick.
The Haka.
Or sorry, God. Keep doing this. The Haka.
I think this is exactly why they banned Leeming Hammer. Instead, they want to go down the DPS path. They wanted to have the Haka at least being open a little bit. So this forces another Diablo choice and Deckard together, which is at least a little better. So I think the real key point was the Emerald not really giving them a chance to actually receive heal.
Phoenix has been kind of the crux hero for Bentham when he doesn't have Hanzo, and this is one of Hanzo's weaker maps. Good for boss timings for the Headless Horseman to grab those 4 shots in the later stages of the game. That's where Hanzo gets the most value on this map. But yeah, I like the Phoenix priority here. I wonder if they'll think about doing something like an Anub'arak, though. Against Garrosh last time, they were too afraid. Deckard comes in, so they got both Dahaka and Deckard. So I was right all along, you know. And
yes,
Hanzo, so comfort pick for Bentham. But still leaving it a little bit open, whether they'll be running the Anub'arak or perhaps going towards that Muradin. It's one of Diablo's weaker maps, let's be real, but still a very powerful hero in those longer team fights. That's not normally a hero that Supernova plays, but it almost indicates perhaps a Falstad pick to counter the Dahaka.
Just in case Nochet does something fishy. And this type of rotation is the same with Spider. They kind of forced this one by the bans. Supernova has to pick the tank later on as well, once again.
I think you saved the support for last year, so we're going to find out right now. Okay, well, we just found out if it was going to be Falstad after the Zeratul ban. It's not. It's going to be Raynor. And you could pick Urel here. I think it's totally reasonable. Keep Raynor alive against whatever you're going to see potentially burst-wise out of Supernova. Blaze, also a great option for that top lane. They pick Malfurion here. It's interesting because if they waited till 5th pick, then they would have been able to maybe lock in the Karzim if it was going to be an Anub'arak. Very powerful counter.
I think instead they are considering about Sonya in this on this map, because against the Haka, having the global, you can't really have the same global on the top lane. But if you can bully the Haka down to 30% health, then he can't really join in the team fight because he will be going down once he joins.
Okay.
What? And this is not Blossom, guys. Supernova playing Illidan.
Well, I think we have to use the S word, G-Clef.
Which
Are we going to say Illidan? Is he standard? He's become pretty standard in Korea now as a secondary DPS, not top laner, but as DPS. Probably going to go for building auto attacks, damage, going for stacks. Blaze can help shut down the Hunt. And obviously he's very powerful boss control and very good against dive from the Anub'arak. The Anub'arak pick is an easy choice when they grabbed the Malfurion as early as Miracle did, instead of getting the Karzim, because Karzim makes Nubrak's life hell. I normally have been kind of saying that I don't like the Illidan pick in this meta, but I'm starting to change my mind. It's been pretty impactful in some of the maps we've seen.
Yeah, mostly it was on Cursed, not TOD. But on TOD, you can actually have the bell tower down if you push just a little further. And they have global, so they will have double the global, the Haka, with the Broshstalker, and the Hunt. Very likely in this case.
I mean, Illidan can retake bell towers insanely fast as well. So, yeah, he can hunt to a lane if he needs to, and it becomes a very big global impact. He will not, however, be able to evade snipers' salvo damage. He will not be able to evade the plasma cutter. If he gets rooted, it's pretty much all over. And I think that in this draft, Twilight Dream is a fantastic choice against what Supernova is trying to run. If you silence Illidan, he's worthless. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, Miracle could do counter-wise around this play, but it's that surprise factor, you know? And Blossom relied on it a lot. Supernova's going down that same path. So how do you deal with Illidan? You haven't practiced against this in a while. You haven't scrimmed against this in a while. How well can you react to level 1 pushes, you know, in the top lane, for example, which we see right now? Sending Phoenix up there very quickly. He's got great wave clear, and will shove Illidan away.
Yeah, what Miracle has as a team con right here, you might as well just put Genji there. Just looking at those 5 heroes, it's just the most standard heroes you would see in this meta. And even with that Illidan pick, I think Miracle would just say, okay, we are kind of prepared. I don't think we have any weakness in the only weakness will be the global. They would have to push all the way in and force them to rotation, unless Supernova has that perfect macro control. But if you talk about team fights and where you have to team fight to take the altar oftentimes, Supernova is going to have a tough time breaking into that wall.
I completely agree with you on that. But look at this. Look at what they could do in the early game. Judy caught here. Illidan just doing so much damage. Unfortunately, Nubrak a little bit too far forward, and now Nochak can't continue to chase Judy. He's got too much armor. They are able to steal the cap despite the death there, and Miracle respects this. But look at the top lane. Nitrogen is getting a lot done, and so many mains are lost. In fact, I think he lost all 7. And he may have just gotten the last one because I could see him jump 4 on the mini map. Yeah, so lost 7 whole minions with that.
For the Sappers, and they gave a kill to Miracle as well.
What Sappers? I don't see him. Alex is dead. No, I'm kidding. I know they got the Sappers, but they just didn't do anything because they were cleared right afterwards.
Yeah.
But this is very nice for Miracle, and they're going to be very happy with this trade. And Illidan, you know, he needs to be roaming. He needs to be laning non-stop so that he can get value out of his season marksmen.
Okay, I thought that Miracle was going to invade after the kill because the Decker takes a long time, and the Haka's Broshstalker should be on cooldown still. Maybe just back now. I thought there was just enough time to take the Sappers away, but Miracle's not going to go aggressive today.
I think it's too greedy. Garrosh is so powerful when a Nubrak is invading him, but when he is the invader, he doesn't have much of a leg to stand on against the Nubrak, who's going to be preventing him from standing on that point. He's going to get caught CC'd. So I think that's the main reason why. Pre-10. Because at post-10, he could taunt everyone, and then he's going to be very happy to stand on that point, but not yet. Meanwhile, a little house. Who lives in that house? That house is really small. Sergeant Hammer could live there, I guess, but like otherwise, no one's fitting in that house, man.
Yeah, Asmodan's not getting in there, man.
Oh, no way.
No way. All his feet will be outside of the building. Just one trade on top, of course. And they're actually buying time. Of course, there's no hunt. And Miracle does not have exact idea where Illidan is at the moment because the left bottom one is also open. They might be thinking Illidan is at the bottom. So Supernova is using that as a mind game here.
Yeah, but it's going to cost them the altar. But I hope that the top push is worth it. The root here is irrelevant on the Frankel. And if they get this top wall and get the experience from that, while obviously maintaining soak in all 3 lanes, then, you know, maybe that ends up being worth it. But when you look at the result, I think the answer is no. No Chat got a few more stacks from being in this lane. Every minion kill counts. Kills count for more, but Kirisaku has to use his brush stock in order to escape.
But he survived, and that's what's important, I think, because they got the sappers into the wall, did some damage, and that will be pushing. And they also have Illidan, so if you have Dhaka plus Illidan, the bell tower will go down pretty quick with just 1 wave, 1 to 2 waves, I think.
Yeah. I think we're still a ways away from that, though. The wall's still up. Illidan is just on collect minions duty. That's why every time you see a wave of Miracle minions hitting the wall, he's there. He's collecting those stacks, he's collecting that soak. And he's kind of a roaming DPS in this case. He's kind of playing a similar role to what Falstad would as a DPS. He's already got 10 stacks. So he's very, very, you know, far into his auto attack damage here. That's going to be what leads him to doing a lot more damage onto split pushing, onto the team fights. Got to be careful about overextending like this, though.
No Chat's waiting for that 10. And before that, he doesn't really have anything else on the map to take by himself. Kirisaku's caught again. Will be going down before that Brush Stucker this time from the damage, not the CC. Which you can join after 13 seconds. I guess he didn't have to use it. So they just have to buy some time. Miracle wants to force a fight right now and win this fight for 45.
Yeah, okay, nice route here. There's a follow-up stun, but Habian puts himself at risk during this, and he's taking so much damage, it actually cost him his life. It's a trade, but I think it's a positive trade for Miracle. They're healthier right now. Franco can do so much in this fight. He's not afraid of anything. Even No Chat coming in here puts himself in a bad position to maybe get rooted. Okay, nice toss here. You know what? There's no root. No Chat slowed. This is still a very close fight. Anyone could take it. Especially because Frankel just does insane amounts of damage. Looks like they're going to let this go, though. Ooh, just barely gets it in. Healing Fountain is used. Meanwhile, Rainer's pushing mid because he just wants to hit 10. They're so close.
Back in fight. Miracle taking better positioning before anything happens. All back to normal. 5v5. No Chat's caught. Takes a significant amount of damage. No hunt.
There's the root. And that's it. He's dead. 10 is reached as Alex is picked off here as well. But yeah, when you hit 10, you know, in this moment too, you've got to be cognizant of that. I mean, he was caught by the Groundbreaker and the root, and that's why he died, but he may have just simply died when 10 was hit from a taunt from Garrosh. These are things that you have to be thinking about. He's playing a little bit too greedy. And now Miracle has 8 core health lead. Probably going to look to contest this bell tower. Supernova just on the edge of 10, but not yet. There it is.
Kirisaku looking for that angle. Decides to just come to mid and clear that as Blaze actually lost some wave. About 1.5, I would say, on the top lane, but still they're leading big time. And they won a few extra altars as well.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Altar, man, it's the standard. Get with the times, everybody. Channel the altar on Dragonshire, man. Have that altar push the lane. Okay. Big Impale stun here. They're going to commit to the Cocoon. They're going to steal this camp. No Chat is the one in the most vulnerable spot. He dodges the root. Very well played here. Taunt has been used, though, and he's caught. Salvo, no way out of that one. Mentioned it already from the draft. That's going to be one of his biggest enemies here in this map. As Kirisaku slowly sneaks out, they will clear this camp. They have total control of this bot altar, and they can push this wave. They can even threaten this bottom bell tower while taking this. Hyperion or no, man, Raynor is going to push that very, very effectively.
Though it's an Illidan, so he can join the teamfight with the hunt when they have the CC. So Supernova can engage when they see an angle. You can see Teaka soaking up extra because they're losing in experience as well.
It's just how Supernova likes to play the macro on this map. Global focused. Root here only connecting with Judy. He's not afraid of anything right now. Sniper is...
We'll get it.
Yeah. Sniper is a target they might have wanted to commit to with the hunt and isolation. Isolation wasn't ready yet. They have so many tools to lock down Sniper, and Sniper's been playing, honestly, really far forward, but they're just not pulling the trigger. And so Miracle gets away with it. They get 4 more shots. They've got a 12 core health lead now. And even a boss play is not out of the question if they win the next team fight. We're getting to that stage of death timers. Maybe the focus here, taunted.
Perfect
way
timing.
Too late.
Oh, the hunt actually causes... He's going in deep even more. There's some extra CC now.
He's caught and killed. Completely haphazard hunt there. Alex is dead as well. That hunt was just unreasonable, is the nicest way I could put it. Blue Beetle, sure, was in a fairly risky spot at that point, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. You get 2 kills this stage of the game, where the death timer is this long, but you've got Rainer. You're going to clear the boss.
They were super prepared. I noticed Nitrogen also having the bunker the entire fight. And Blue Beetle was saying, no, I just got the wall. I'm going to survive. You don't need the bunker here.
Well, Kirisaku's caught, stunned, rooted. Burrow only going to delay the inevitable. There's the toss, and that will be another kill. And it looks like this game has already reached its conclusion, you know? If things continue this way, how could we ever expect Supernova will be able to retake control? They don't have an X factor in this game. We've already seen what Illidan is capable of doing.
Capable of not doing, right?
Sure. Well, in more coordinated teams, we've seen what he's capable of doing. Blossom, for example, has made some success with him, but in this scenario, he has been more of a liability. He has the hunt available again. It basically has no cooldown because of his auto attacks and his trait. Here's the arrow into it. They're trying to burst down Blue Beetle again. Even with the isolation, he just walks away casually, healing his whole team. And guess what happens next? This is going to be a nasty fight for Supernova. Bunker utilized correctly here. Alex on the wrong side of the map, killed by the bell tower.
Trade with Deckard. But Frankel survives. He's the main DPS. There's Rainer, who says Jimmy is not strong. After the wheel, he's a changed man.
You ever watch that show Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
Different case
here.
Here.
That's an old one.
Yeah. It was on sometimes, like, late at night when I couldn't sleep. I'd tune into it. My TV had bad reception on that channel, so it was always a little bit fuzzy, but I don't remember any of it. I was a kid, but yeah, I know the title. In this case, it was Killed by the Bell, though. And not the Taco Bell calories, you know, that's another way, but this game has been pretty sad. It's been a tough one, you know, after Supernova's really competitive first 2 maps. The comeback in game 2. This one, the Illidan has just not been working out. And I'm not talking about exercise. Finishes his quest at 12 minutes, so he's going to get that extra 20 damage. With his attack speed, that is quite significant, but is he going to split push his way to victory here? Look where he's headed. He's headed top right now. He can threaten the Blaze and then maybe come back down with the hunt, but
yeah, that's what they wanted to do this entire game. Finally, they are going to start it at 12 minutes. Is it too late to come back? With Blaze on top, it's actually maybe too late. Extra wave, extra oil from the talent too.
Are going to get that top bell tower. It looks like that's the plan here.
No, not even close.
Well, Phoenix is coming up, so maybe I spoke too soon. Couldn't see it on the minimap. Kirisaku uses his stacks. Okay, here's the hunt committed in, but there's a bunker. Arrow.
Bye.
Yeah.
Extra DPS with the flame from the bunker, and that's what Deckard. They hack it down.
To be honest, G-Clef, this game feels like a scrim. This game
works
feels
out
like a scrim.
perfectly. Sniper, he has salvo, so that damage does go in. Blaze is out. What?
Yep. I mean,
was No Chat trying to do there?
I don't even have words. Well, hey,
like Scream, I think Scream is a very good word for what's happening. I would say QM.
It feels like this is like a Supernova's attempt to like understand how Blossom's Illidan worked after watching it and studying it a few times, being like, all right, you know what, we could try that. And they did, but Kirisaku heads back with Brushstroke right after his respawn. GD grabs this. This may just be game. They have to channel this, and look at Bentham. He's in the wrong lane. 1 sapper goes through. 2 sappers, excuse me, go through.
5 seconds. He has a perfect chance for arrow. But he has to join the team fight here.
Okay, here it comes. Sniper's caught. It's a long stun. There's a follow-up from a Nubrock. This could be the chance. Nice defensive toss here by Judy, even after isolation. And they're just going to go in. This fight is over. Kirisaku the second to fall. The third will be Alex. Sniper with the channel. Scatter arrow blocked by Nitrogen. And Miracle will take the lead in this series 2-1.
What a painful game for them to actually have. If Supernova had anything other than Illidan, like even a Tychus or a Thrall, was Thrall banned? No, right?
No.
If they had something like Thrall to sustain and roam with that with some CC instead of Illidan, because they already had Global. Double Global didn't really show its power in this case. Maybe it was some indiscriminate, maybe it worked out once or twice.
Look at Rochat's stats, man. And I'm not talking about, oh, he has low hero damage or that he has 5 deaths. I'm talking about his experience, first of all, and foremost. He has less experience than Frankel and Sniper because he spent most of the game dead. He was not able to split Soak, use his global to any effect in terms of Soak. No siege damage really done. And the Illidan pick just simply fell on its face. What are you laughing at?
Everyone focus on that number. 14-2.